Glad to have you off in this thing, Heezy. Now, I mean, Heezy. I mean, I know you UGK for life and Trill gang and all of that good stuff, man. Break down how you became a part of the squad and just your whole affiliation.
Okay, I was an independent artist taking care of my business on the grind, and I bumped into Pimp brother-in-law, Riley B. And he introduced me to Pimp Mom. Once me and Pimp Mom started kicking it, we engaged on her doing my management. So prior to Pimp coming home, she was doing some management for me, introducing me to key figures like Greg Street, different players in Houston and stuff like that. And we was moving around doing a bunch of hole in the walls. So when he came home, I didn't even know he was intending to start a label, but he let me know that's what he was intending to do. And I was like the third person on the roster. And I think more of my loyalty earned me my spot. You know what I mean?
When it comes to dealing with Mama West, man, during that time when the Pimp was locked up and you were able to meet up with her, what was y'all relationship like when you engaged her about some management stuff, man?
I was surprised because, you know, I was a local artist in PA and I never knew she was even involved with the whole thing with Pimp and Bun. So when Riley B told me she wanted to meet me and whatnot, because I was out on the streets pumping one of my new mixtapes. And so when I went over there and started talking to her and she started letting me know all the roles that she played, me and her got tough as titties. Like me and it was crazy. Me and Mama was together too much. You know what I mean? We were doing just a whole bunch of business stuff and just family stuff. She started, you know, cooking and showing me how she was a goon with that spoon. You know what I mean? So I'm over there eating and grubbing. I'm bringing my dates over there. And so we built a real tight bond. And so when Pimp came home, you know, she was vouching hard for me. And then he just knew I had stayed down that whole time. So it was only natural that he went on and made me a part of what he had going.
When the Pimp touched down, man, what was his whole persona like coming out of doing all of that time, man? Was he the same or was he a changed man? Or what was his temperament like?
From when I knew him previously, because I've been knew him, but I never really hung around him. He was quiet, you know what I'm saying, before. And then when he came home, he had told her that he might kind of like break away and go do some contemplating and writing and just formulating himself before he gets started. He was gonna go to like Virginia to one of I think they had some property up there. But the first day he got home, all that was out the window. You know what I mean? I had a show with Chameleonaire that day. We was on a little mini tour. And so when me and him chopped it up, he like, tell Chameleonaire I want that candy red drop. Matter of fact, just put him on the phone with me. And then he was on his way to Houston, like either that next day or that same day that night. So he was calm for a minute, but after he got to contemplating for a second, just relaxing and realizing I'm out, man, he was ready to get to work. And when I tell you get to work, man, the boy shot out there like a shotgun blast. He went to Houston, and next thing you know, I see, you know what I'm saying, Bentleys and jewelry. Hey, man, it was going down.
I mean, I saw on the Down in Houston podcast, man, where you was talking about how Mama West reintroduced you to Pimp C when he came home, man. Can you speak on that and how Trill that was, just to see how Trill Mama West was?
Oh, two Trill. Shout out to Donnie Houston, man. Young player doing his thing. Yeah. So, okay, prior to him coming home, this not to shit on nobody. This just Trill facts. So prior to him coming home, I'm thinking like Pimp C mama, you know what I mean? I'm thinking her door swinging, you know, in and out with different players coming through, checking on her, doing X, Y, and Z. Just what you could imagine of a legend's mom.
That's right.
But once I got over there, I went to seeing that it wasn't that much traction. And I kind of was like one of the only ones that was consistently being there. It was some players coming through, his cousin Ed, Riley B, you know, this and that, but very few and far in between. So when he came home, the same day he came home, we were sitting in the game room, and first it was just me, him and Mama, and then a few other players started showing up. And he's sitting in the game room looking out the sunroof in the game room. I think it's called like a Hezeleo. And he just chilling, and all these people come in, players that he know, his partners and whatnot, and some stragglers, you know, just trying to get in where they fit in. You know what I mean? So they go to hooping it up and they just celebrating them, you know what I'm saying? And Mama just, excuse me, my angel precious baby. She walked in. She said, I don't mean to interrupt, but she say, that one right there, Chad, I ain't seen him in years. Mm. She say, that one right there, I don't even know him. And she said, that one right there probably came over while you was locked up once or twice. Mm. And then she put her hand on my shoulder. She say, but my big angel, precious baby Heezy, he been right here with your mama the whole time. Now y'all carry on, and walked off. Mm.
My God, my God. What did Pimp say? What did the Pimp have to say when he realized that you had been holding mama down for so long?
Man, while it was just me and him, because I was like gathering different gifts and different things that people wanted to give him, you know, once he had arrived. So when I walked in and sat the bag down and told him, you know, what it was, he gave me a brotherly embrace and told me he really appreciated me. And he just told me, like, man, we finna do this here, my nigga. We finna get filthy rich.
Yeah.
And like I've said in different interviews, just that inclusion, it felt like I had then made it already. Because being an underground artist and you know, him being locked up, I didn't know how he was gonna receive the whole situation. We never wrote much. I probably wrote him like one time. I never tried to build no fake ass relationship. I never tried to do anything forced. While I was there with Mama, it became like family, and not saying I was obligated, but I'm a real nigga. I got a little brother that was locked up a whole lot of years, and I know how it is. So him being the only child, when she needed me, I was an entrepreneur type dude. I was available. I'm like, what's up, mom? You know, it wasn't even music business sometimes. It was grocery store rides. It was whatever. But I had that love for her like that to where it was nothing. We did that. So when she laced them up with this, how this nigga was rocking, shit, the nigga just embraced me like heavy.
Hard.